everybody, it's Kim. It is Sunday, and I'm going to take you riding with me today, as I do Doordash and Uber Eats and Grubhub. I don't generally get very many Uber Eats and Grubhubs during the day, but we'll see how that goes. Well, last time I did this, I got a lot of Uber Eats, so you just never know. And I do notice a lot more Grubhub orders lately because of that Amazon Prime thing that they offer. So you get free Grubhub Plus or whatever it's called if you're an Amazon Prime member. So I have noticed a lot more Grubhub orders, but most of them have low tips, so I have not been taking them. How do I know? Well, I don't really know, but if the order is 7 miles and it's paying $6, then they probably only tipped $1 or maybe nothing. So that's how I know. I still use my same criteria. If it's $2 a mile and it's a shorter distance from a reliable restaurant and with an easy drop-off, I will generally accept it. But nothing under $9, and usually nothing under $10. Sometimes I'll take a 9 if it's really slow. Just because gas is expensive and putting wear and tear on my car, and I want to make it worth my while. So there you go. That's my strategy. It is 11 o'clock on Sunday, and I just turned everything on. Okay. I'm gonna take this. Sure. I don't know where it's going, but it's picking up at Bad Mother Clucka, which is, so this was $16.63, and it said it would take 20 minutes. So for $16, I'll take that. I think it's going to a house I know for sure, Devonshire Street. I've been on that street before. So, yeah. Anyways, Bad Mother Clucka's over here. There we go. Got one pretty quick. I also got a Doordash that I did not take. It was $4.50. Until I stop here. Okay. Yeah, it was $4. I don't remember what it was. $4.50. It was Noah's Bagels, and it was only going 2 point something miles or whatever, but I'm not doing anything for $4.50. And Noah's Bagels is so slow. Food's kind of stinky, so I had the windows down, but so I was picking up that Bad Mother Clucka. So this is a place called Dog House. They have a couple other ghost restaurants that are in there, and Bad Mother Clucka, and then there's badass breakfast burritos. Anyways, I was shocked it was ready. She was just finishing bagging up, which was fantastic. While I was standing there, I got an Urbane Cafe from Doordash, which was basically right next door. And I looked at the address, and it's going like 3 streets over from where the first one was being delivered. I'm like, oh my God, that's awesome. Right on the way to the other one. So I accepted that. In 1 mile, take right exit and went over there, and that was ready. So, they're really good, Urbane Cafe. I don't think I've ever had to wait there. Anyways, so picked those both up. That was $12.75, the Doordash. And the Uber Eats was $16.36 or something like that, I don't remember. So that's gonna be pretty good. And I'm 4 minutes. And I've been on the road for maybe 1 minute. So 5 or 6 minutes to the first house, and the second one literally is like 3 blocks over. So anyways, I just want to let you know I got another one, and see how it goes. Like I said, I won't be able to let the person know that I delivered necessarily, so I'll make sure I knock on the door, and then I have to get completely out of that neighborhood before I have coverage again. Oh my God, this person. don't have a lot of patience for slow drivers. If you've watched any of my videos, you probably know that already.
In a quarter mile, make a right turn on South.
Anyways, I am heading into the zone where I need to pay attention, so I will check back with you after I deliver both of these. Okay, drop both those off. It's now 11:38. Ooh. Wow, those are cool. Wow, what kind of motorcycle are those? The ones where they're sitting like right on the back tire and there's no like shocks and stuff. A whole bunch of them. Anyways, I delivered both of those. Oh my god, that was like the most perfect
using the right
stacked order
on Townsend Road.
Multi-apping type stacked order. They were very, very close to each other. And both the foods was ready. That was fantastic. Anyways, so one was $16.36 or something like that, and the other one was $12.75. And there was no added tip on that. And then I just accepted a $10 and
make a right turn. Then make a right turn.
Something cent, 40 cents or something like that from the stand, which is right here, which I just realized is probably a dumb decision. There's not going to be parking, but I see a spot. It's far away, but I'm going to take it. Oh, there's a couple of spots over here. Anyways, for the stand, it's a Uber Eats, and it's going like 2 miles away. So that'll be a quick one, hopefully, if the food is ready. So it's like 10 something. I can't remember how much it said. 10.46, 10.26. I don't even know. Anyway, so far so good. It's been just like 40 minutes and I have however much, 12 plus 6, $28 and something cents. This is going to be another 10, and I'll definitely get this done before the hour's up. So awesome, right? Anyways, I'll check back in. Okay, I just dropped off that order from the stand, that Uber Eats. Beautiful, beautiful house up on this hill. Multi-million-dollar house, I'm sure. Probably in the tens of millions. Anyways, so gross. On both sides of the door, there were giant ashtrays. I don't know, I just, ugh. So I held my breath. Why would you want that on the side of your entryway to this big, beautiful mansion? Not a mansion, but a very big, beautiful house. And the first thing your guests see are ashtrays. Ooh. And there were like cigarettes in there. It's like, I mean, that's fine. You want to smoke, that's fine. It's your house, but ugh. I'm doing good. Probably about 40 bucks already. That doesn't mean it's going to continue this way. I will say last night, my husband and I went out and we were out 2.5 hours. How much did we get now? $92, I think. 91 something in 2.5 hours. So that was decent. It was kind of weird at the beginning. We probably went 35, 40 minutes with nothing. I mean, we got some orders, but they were terrible. So, I mean, I got a bunch of Walmarts, you know, the typical ones that everyone rejects. $4 for 8 miles, those sorts of things. So I said, okay, we'll go 15 more minutes. If we don't get anything good, we're going home. And then all of a sudden, we started getting stuff. And we got a lot of things. We had lots of just decent orders. And it was busy and consistent until we decided to stop a little bit after 8. I think 8:05 is when we stopped. We started at, well, I was scheduled at 5:30, but we didn't start till later than that. Probably close to 5:45. But anyways, regardless, it was fantastic. So I wouldn't say fantastic, but it was very good. Okay, I just went to Panera and got a drink because I have that monthly subscription thing. I decided to keep it. It's $9 and you get, every single day you can get a free drink. So even if I just get one every weekend, I'm still way money ahead. So anyways, got my drink, went to the bathroom, left, got about, I don't know, quarter of a mile up the street, and then got a Mediterranean pita grill, which is right in that same place where I just was. So I'm turning around to go back. It's a Grubhub for $12.03 or something like that, going 2.8 miles. And it's just going back on the other side of the freeway, so that will be pretty easy. Assuming it's ready. Kind of just never know with Grubhub. Sometimes they're fantastic with the when to send you, and then other times not. I might just sit here and wait if I don't get anything else, because there's a lot of restaurants right here. And until I get something else, I'll just keep this one if it's not ready. Unless it's going to be like 20 minutes or something. But there's a lot of stuff right here that it's a potential of getting another. And since I know where this one's going, if I get another one going in that same direction, that would be nice. Or a nice little short one I can do while I'm waiting if I have to wait. We'll see. But, yeah, it's right there. Just have to wait for this light to turn green. It's weird, I was just right there. Do you ever notice that? As soon as you leave a place, that's when you get the order. It's not when you're approaching it. It's when you're leaving. So then you have to go somewhere, make a U-turn, come back. And if you're just sitting in a parking lot, I don't know about you, but I rarely get anything if I'm just sitting. So I don't know if there's something in the algorithm. It's like, hey, that person's just sitting there. Don't pick that person. Pick someone who's leaving the area. I don't know. Anyways, I'll be there in a minute. Pick this up. Hopefully, I'll keep you posted. Okay, I took another stacked order. I was waiting for the Mediterranean pita grill and got a Panera, which was right there as I already discussed. Again, very close. The Panera was right on the way to the pita grill person, so I just dropped off the Panera, and I am 1 minute, 0.3 miles from this other delivery, so it will be very easy.
In half a mile, turn left onto Bay Drive.
And I will, anyway, so that will be nice. So that was another, this one was only $9. No, the other one was $9. The Panera was $9. I think this one was $12. Anyways, I'll let you know how it goes. Okay, just dropped that second one off. I've been to this lady's house before. She's so nice. She meets me out front. She's very sweet. Anyways, my first Uber Eats today, I got a $7.55 tip. I don't remember which restaurant that was. It was the, oh, I remember. It was the Bad Mother Clucka. Yeah, so that's nice. So that came to $16.75. It said the estimate was $16.63, so it's a few cents more, but whatever. So that's awesome. Now I have nothing, so I'm going to, I'm not far from the restaurants, but the reception around here is really bad on my phone. I don't have a lot of coverage, so I usually get the things for the restaurants here after I pass, and I'm on the other side of the freeway, so then I have to turn around and come back. But this is a interesting little complex. I've been here enough times now. I know where things are, except for I just turned down the wrong one. Got a dead end. I know where the different customers are, because there's like 3 in here that order quite a bit. There's this one, so they have, I wish I could show you. I could take a picture, but it's not that big of a deal. Here, I'm gonna, hope I remember to post it. So they each have a garage, and then like a little, I don't even know how to describe it, like an entryway to their front door. Some people have gates, some people don't. But it's kind of nice. So they have their own little private little like yard area. So this one man that I deliver to a lot in here, he always orders from this one fish taco place. But anyways, he tips really well, and he's very nice. And he wants to have a little conversation when you drop off the food, which is fine. But he has the most adorable little dog. It looks like I'm not sure if you know what a chow looks like, but it kind of looks like a lion. Anyways, this dog is tiny, but it's got so much hair. And I think if you would have cut the hair off, it would look like a little rat. I mean, that's how small the dog is. And the hair is so thick when you pet it, your hand goes all the way. But anyways, he's very cute. So I deliver to him a lot from this Sea Casa place. I haven't had one from there in a while. Wonder if they're still doing DoorDash. So I stopped going there for a long time, and I haven't received one in a really long time, so maybe he's given up on it. Corner Bakery. You know what? I'm not going to take this. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a story about last night. I think this is the same house, so I'm not going to take it. Otherwise, I would. It's 10:15, going 3 miles, and it's estimated to take 13 minutes. I'm not going to take it because it says the exact same thing it said last night. Second, get rid of this. $5.75 for 2.9 miles. DoorDash. So in this neighborhood, so there's Rancho Road, Rancho Lane, all this stuff, all these different ranchos. They are in a very nice neighborhood, and the houses are beautiful. But the one street is like dirt and I don't even know if it's even dirt. It's like rocks and potholes and paved parts and unpaved parts, and it's really bad. So my husband was driving last night. He's got a Subaru, thank goodness. So we pull up and the guy comes out and he goes, "Oh, I'm glad you pulled up in that car." And I'm thinking, yeah. And I was even thinking, I'm like, oh my God, if I would have had my car, I would have had to walk all the way to his house. I mean, there's like that many dips and ruts and rocks and no. So anyways, I was like, wow. So I have a feeling it's that same house yesterday as the cross streets when I accepted that one yesterday. That's exactly what it said this time. So I'm like, nah, not gonna take it. Now if my husband with me, I would. His car's fine on that, but my car is not. I have low profile tires. I just don't want to deal with it. And the tires are very expensive. I've already replaced them once. Yeah. And especially not for 10 bucks. Okay, I don't think that was taping. I just told you all about my last couple deliveries, and I don't think it was taping. So let's start over. I went to the car wash. Super, super nice people I met at the car wash. This is the most crowded it's ever been there. So in California, we have these restrictions now because of the drought. We're in a severe drought. So you can't wash your car anymore. And you can only water your lawns like 1 day a week. Anyways, so the car wash was packed. It's a little place. So basically you drive around it's like a horseshoe kind of thing. And in the middle, there's like about 10 vacuums. So that they're like an island of vacuums in the middle, and you drive around the side if you don't want to vacuum, or you pull in a vacuum, obviously. I needed to vacuum because we had a desk that we cut up that we had to go take to the trash, and I had like little remnants of it in the car, and I wanted to get it out so the dogs didn't get splinters or something. Anyways, so I needed to vacuum. So I had to wait for the vacuum like 10 minutes. And then I was on the other side of the island thing. So like this side, and all the cars were lined up on the outside that were not going to vacuum. So I couldn't get in because no one would let me in. So I'm backed up, and finally this really nice gentleman let me in front of him. And then all the people who were in front of me, they only have like 6 spots where you can park to dry your car at the end, and none of those people dried their car, they just left. So I got to pull in, and I was going to drive my car, and the nice guy that let me in also pulled over, and he and his wife were super nice. We were chatting because my license plate says I have dogs, and he's like, "Oh, what kind of dogs you have?" La la la. So we're talking about dogs, and I have labs, they have labs, and we were just having this nice conversation. And he showed me a trick to get the bee pollen off my hood of my car, which is fantastic because I'm always afraid to spray anything on the car to get it off. But he uses a 20% vinegar, 80% water mixture that he uses, and you just spray it on and then just wipe it off right away, and it got all the pollen off. So he got it off my hood for me, which was so nice when I was talking to his wife. Anyways, then I got a tilted kilt order, picked that up, dropped it off. It was 11:25, I think. And then I was going to be done because then I was going to go to Kohl's, which is right here. As I'm pulling in here, I got a Pickles Deli, which is right here, and forgot that I was done and I accepted it, so now I got to do this. It's 13 something, going like 2 point something miles. So I'm going to do that, then I'm going to come back to Kohl's. Anyways, now you're all caught up. I said it a little faster this time, so that saved you some listening time. Anyways, I will let you know how it goes.
In half a mile, turn left onto Lynn Road.
I just heard the most interesting little conversation between a mom and a son. So I was picking up at Pickles. It's a deli, it's a restaurant. They have an outside patio or whatever, and they're in line waiting to pay for their food. They were picking it up, and he's like, why don't we ever sit here and eat? And the mom's like, well, if we sit here, then we have to give a tip.
Turn left.
She's like, why do you have to give a tip if you sit here? She goes, because people bring you your food and clean up the tables and blah, 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 blah. He's like, oh. And he's like, well, why don't we give a tip to the person anyways, because they're making all the food for us. So then she didn't say anything. She goes, you know, it's just easier to pick it up and take it home. She just didn't want to get into it, I guess. And he's like, you know, we go a lot of places where we don't sit there and there's a tip jar. He goes, are you supposed to give tips to those people? And she didn't say anything. And the girl at the deli's like, tips are optional. Is kind of what, so she kind of said something like, tips are optional. And he's like, why don't you have a tip jar? And the girl's like, well, because the servers here get the tips. And the mom, you could tell she didn't want to talk about it. And she was trying to nip it in the bud. And the little boy just kept asking questions. It was interesting. I wanted them to continue the conversation, but she wasn't talking anymore about it. He just kept, I can't remember what all he asked, some more things. And I finally, my order came out and I left. But I'm sure she doesn't order DoorDash because then she would have to tip. Maybe. But anyways, tipping is tipping. And we all know how I feel about tipping. Like I said, I don't care where the money comes from as long as I get paid enough to compensate for my time and effort and gas and etc. I don't care if it's from the customer as a tip, to be honest. I got one last night. It was like $16 or something like that. It was, I believe it was a Grubhub. It paid well. And only $1 of it was a tip. So I'm like, okay. But I didn't care because I made decent money. I mean, I will say it kind of bothers me that people only tip $1 when they order $100 worth of food or whatever. But at the same time, I was paid fine. It didn't matter that they only gave $1. So, anyways. Paramedic. Hopefully everybody's okay. Anyways, that's it for now. I'll check back in after I'm done.